Well, it was his birthday today.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday, Kate.
Thank you very much, Lee. Thank you very much. Have we begun now then, yeah?
Yeah, we might as well welcome to what is, well, the World Cup is here.
It is.
4 guys, one World Cup. Basically, just 4 guys getting together, chatting World Cup. We love the World Cup. It's my favourite tournament. I think everyone's the same. That's why they're on the show. So we've got Cabe. Happy birthday, Cabe.
Yeah, thank you very much. Hi, guys.
It's Lee, Kyle, and Rob.
Hello there.
So the World Cup is here. I'm a little bit gutted in that I thought I was going to go home and tune in to the World Cup opening ceremony. I couldn't find any of it.
No, it was on at like 3:30.
Yeah, so I came
But you couldn't find any highlights of it or anything?
Any highlights anywhere, so I was left with highlights of obviously the opening game, in which the Russians absolutely, they destroyed Saudi Arabia. But whether or not there was much there to destroy, more like destroying a sandcastle. But it was, yes.
Yeah.
But Churachev, credit where credit due, that outside of the foot.
Oh, yeah.
Was that second goal?
Boosh. I think it was the third or second. One of the two.
Yeah, it was a cracking strike off the outside of the foot. It just sat up nicely, but you could just see that he just literally connected with it, and the moment it left his foot,
And
that was flying.
I have to say, who's the defender? The strike, was it? They put on this Hulk.
Oh, the super sub.
The 6 foot.
Was that guy?
It was 6.5 foot. Literally, he was just holding it. He was playing it like, he reminded me of Drogba. He just used to, holding the ball up and he just laying it off. It was brilliant. But as usual on the on 4 Guys in One Cup, his name escapes me. But,
Closer.
But anyway, it might have been closer. I don't know. No, I'm looking forward to closer. I can't wait for him to come. But
Well, actually, let me just stop you there.
with Podolski as well. I'm really looking for Podolski to bring it up.
So,
He's made it.
so after the last podcast, I just wanted to kind of a little bit of a shrine to Closer and Lee wanting him at this World Cup playing.
Yes,
He's here.
He is here.
He is here, but
no,
he
he's
retired
here.
2 years ago from football.
Oh, has he? Oh.
But it's okay. We're going to have Closer.
Oh, look.
Well, so all we need now is
Right in place.
his buddy.
Who's that? Klinsmann?
Bierhoff.
Lothar Matthäus.
No, well, Mateus. Mateus was.
A great player.
Mateus was the sort. He was old. He was Old Spice, wasn't he? Mateus. He just looked like that sort of man that would.
Old Spice.
He looked like he would. Yeah, the Old Spice had
spray.
that. He just looked mean, didn't he? He just looked. You wouldn't mess with him.
He looked German.
Yeah.
He did look German.
looked German.
But I think that's different about the new German team. From that old German team of the Vollers, Mateus, maybe not close as much. But they had that sort of mentality. They didn't look very emotional about anything. They looked like robots that were
They were
playing.
built to win.
They're just, they're just very...
Well, they always beat us,
I'm
didn't
trying
they?
to think of that Aldi quote that they...
Vorsprung durch Technik.
I
I don't know why I said it in that accent. Vorsprung.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But anyway, enough about the Germans. So, Russia...
Let's talk
beating out
2018,
Saudi
yeah.
Arabia. So today's games, we're basically... What's today? Today's Friday?
Today is Friday.
Can I
Today's
interrupt you,
Friday.
actually? Why was Robbie Williams singing? I mean, is he current at the moment?
Nobody knows.
Is he current? Why was he singing at the opening ceremony?
He did it for free.
I think... Did he do it for free?
Apparently so. I don't know.
I think he fell out with
the middle
Russians, didn't he?
finger.
Because he wrote a song about being a Russian billionaire, and they were all like, "That's not what our lives are like." It was pretty eccentric. And
he wrote a song about being a monkey.
yeah,
Oh no, him and his monkey.
It was
him
weird.
and his monkey.
I don't know much about. To be fair, Robert, yes, not really. If I would have thought, is it just me or did Shakira do it once? The opening ceremony.
She did one. Wasn't that for
South Africa.
Was it South?
Is
I'm
it?
I
sure.
think so.
It could have, yeah.
Is that where
I remember seeing
Shakira?
that.
Isn't that where she met PK in South Africa? They met just before the tournament.
Oh, okay.
She
Yeah.
met PK there, and then he made a joke to her and was like, "Oh, I can't really see you," because they started texting or whatever. He was like, "I can't really see you because
Yeah.
kind of busy, got a couple of games on." And she said,
Yeah.
"It's fine, but I'm only free after the final." And he said, "Fine, I'll make the final so I can see you there." And obviously Spain did. Yeah, it's a bit cheesy.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah, it is a
funny
bit
story.
cheesy. And I heard he was
Great love
DJing on at that as
Oh,
well.
it's worse.
Yeah,
PK?
yeah, PK mix. PK mix.
Oh God.
Okay.
Yeah, we digress.
PK.
We digress.
Mix.
Yeah. Sorry, that's my fault. I got us on the Shakira mix. There.
No, but to be honest, I'm not a fan of opening ceremonies.
No.
I think they're a little bit shit, if I'm honest.
Oh come on, the
Oh,
Olympics are
come.
brilliant. The
Yeah, but that's the
Olympics
Olympics.
Yeah, but the World Cup one can be just as good.
I don't know. It's all a bit arty-farty, and you know what?
about-
Get on with the
What
football.
about the Diana
I agree
Ross
with
missed
that.
penalty?
Oh, no.
Where Justin Timberlake got a boob out.
See, how can you not like a World Cup opening ceremony when you've got the likes of Diana Ross, who literally they must have willed her on?
Oh,
They
had to do? All she had to do
She
was
looked like
score
she
a goal.
And all she had to do was kick it, and she literally
Yeah, booted it.
she just went straight.
Oh,
through
I
it.
remember.
It summed
Yeah,
up. It was-
90,
it
yeah,
was
94,
over. It was-
94. I
it was
remember.
Opening ceremonies, but yeah.
So anyway,
It was
enough
like-
about opening ceremonies. We haven't seen them, so we can't really comment on them. And let's be fair, Robbie Williams. Sorry, Robbie.
Middle finger.
I think Cave liked it, but yeah.
I liked it. I
Did you
like
like
Robbie.
it?
Yeah,
Did
I
you
like
actually
Robbie
see
a
it
lot.
then?
Yeah, I watched it back.
How did you watch
The
it back?
cheeky woohoo. Bleep this out there.
You have to blur that.
You have to
Yeah.
watch it back. There's just highlights. You
Surely-
just sung "Let Me Entertain You." You know the usuals. You
Yeah.
got the crowd going in Robbie
Yeah.
style.
Was that it then? It was just Robbie.
Yeah.
Nothing missed then.
I
Right.
mean, there were people on the
Stupid
pitch
suit.
with like
It was
footballs as heads, and they were in like morph suits, and they had giant football
Horses' heads.
football heads.
Oh, we said horses' heads. What a mafiosi there.
It was
Oh,
pretty
Peter.
weird, but it's only about 5 minutes long, and then they were like, "Right, this is football. Let's crack on."
Yeah. Well,
Speaking of football,
yeah, let's crack on.
let's crack on.
Let's do it.
So today, obviously the
Can we highlight some of the features from Russia, Saudi Arabia first? Because I think a 5-0 thrashing in the opening
Yeah, it's
game.
big for the hosts.
Yeah, it's big for the hosts. You'd have to go back a while to find when someone has been truly demolished like that. I get that it's probably the easiest game you're going to get.
you could only beat what they put in front of you, and given
Yeah.
that game was absolutely build up as going to be a snore fest,
Yeah, it was good to have goals.
it was brilliant to actually see.
But I think Cave
Just-
could have gotten the Saudi Arabia team.
Yeah, I fancy my chances.
I thought your header style could have definitely got in there.
Well, they had
The
one
Russian
strike.
header, the first Russian header, to be fair, was probably that and the outside the foot shot for the third goal. Were probably they were the best goals in there. But Russia was slow to get off the
Well, I
mark a
say,
bit.
you
They were a
say
bit
the
like,
best goals though. I mean, literally, was there three? Was it on one of the goals where he chipped in? And I do think the commentators were a little bit. There's that ball. That ball came in. They had 3 defenders. I'm sorry, I don't know the Saudi Arabian names. 3 defenders all basically lined up to take him out. None of them did anything.
Is that where he dinked it over
He
them?
dinked it over, which
Yeah.
there was no way that was a dink. That
I
was,
couldn't tell,
That
'cause
was, that was a, it's hit my foot. Oh, luckily it's gone over. The 3 defenders, no one tackled him, and then all they had to do was go, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, finishing, yes, and the pressure of the World Cup and all that, I get it, but
it was a messy performance, I think, from both sides, as in rubbish, not
It
as in
was
like,
good to see.
Lionel's,
now.
no.
Yeah.
but from an point, it's good that
Yeah.
Russia have scored 5 goals because I think from everybody, I always think it's a better World Cup if the host nation gets out of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salah must be sat there watching that game, being like, "Well, that's the golden boot wrapped up in the first game."
Yeah.
So-
I can easily net
Yeah.
4 in
Yeah,
this
he's
one.
like, I could probably get. Yeah, might be thinking double digits.
Yeah,
you
so
know.
we think
and
the dream team.
Uruguay will
Uruguay,
absolutely
Suarez.
tear them
Oh
apart.
my
Suarez,
Anything to
Suarez
go by,
will be-
yeah. Suarez and Cavani will be toying with that
Yeah.
team.
Definite change.
Well, even to be fair, even the Russian team, we don't know what the Russian defence is like. We haven't seen anyone attack it yet.
Yeah, well, that's the
With
thing.
any-
It's still an unknown, isn't it?
So what do you think? So let's say from our first game, do you think that either Russia or, well, obviously we don't think Saudi Arabia, but you never know. I would say Saudi Arabia are not going to come through.
After getting a beating like that,
No.
they're like a team that I'd quite like to see them get like at 1 point now. I've understood their standard. I wasn't expecting it to be that high,
You need
but
to-
they're
thanks
so
for turning
low.
up. Here's your
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
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 But don't you think it brings up a point though, where
Ooh,
all these
nice.
good teams that miss out, like Italy, Holland, shouldn't the World Cup be about the best teams in the world? Whereas it just doesn't seem right, especially when they're
Yeah.
going to add in more teams.
What you mean, like you get a wild card?
Yeah, well, it just
Well, it's
feels
just
weird,
that we have to have obviously a certain amount of teams from each region.
Each, yeah,
and that is
federation.
to make sure it is a World Cup and not the
Just dominated
Euros
by
plus
Euros and South
FIFA,
America.
Yeah, and South
Yeah, but
America.
they've had
But that
it
is the
out.
tournament we want to see,
Yeah.
really. That's
Yeah.
all anyone wants to
But
see.
I get your point. I think it's a really valid point that when you've got teams like the Dutch and the Italians not making it to the World Cup,
Yeah.
and yet the Saudi Arabians, who are quite obviously a team of
Like,
part-timers
yeah.
at best, playing there, it's, you know,
They
it does
do have
ask the
Saudi
question.
Arabian League, and people do go out there. You know, you hear of some golden oldies from football around the world going out there,
Yeah.
and they do because there's good money to
Closer.
be made. Yeah,
Closer.
I think
yeah.
Closer's gone out there.
Anyway,
Xavi go to Saudi Arabia, or was it Dubai? He went and joined after Barca. It's one of the Middle Eastern
Yeah.
countries. I don't know which one. Apologies, but there is, you know, footballers out there.
Yeah,
There
of
are
course.
people to learn from, and I wasn't expecting the standard to be that low. So I've sort of questionable the qualification and how bad it would have been going through to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I agree.
And yeah, I think the jury's out on Russia at the moment. Obviously, yeah, great start. You know, that's a lot of pressure going into that game. Great result for them, but again, they weren't tested, so it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
I don't think they're that strong. They might be sponsored by Nandrolone, but that ain't going to get them through. You know, they're going to need more than that.
Putin.
But I think it's
Put it in, Putin.
Oh, there were so many. There were so many jokes from Match of the Day
so
last
many
night.
puns. It was
Was there?
Yeah.
So
what's on today?
rounded
What's
up,
happening
rounded
today?
up Group A at 1 o'clock today. Apologies, you can probably tell I'm looking at our.
I can probably do this off my noggin. It'll be Egypt, Uruguay,
What time, Kate?
and then 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Can I add something to Egypt, Uruguay?
Go on.
BBC app. They're doing it in virtual reality. You can get it on your phone. You can get it on virtual reality headsets.
Is it any good?
We're going to try it with.
This is the first game they're broadcasting today in it. So
I thought you tried it yesterday.
no. Oh shit! Sorry. Oh bollocks. So yes,
There goes our family-friendly show.
just beep it. Just beep it.
Dolphin users.
No, and you can sit in like a VIP lounge with it on, but then you're meant to be able to sit in the stadium. So I read. So today's the first game they're airing. So BBC have got covering their first game today.
Okay.
So
They'll-
at
that'd be good.
lunchtime, 1 o'clock, I'm going to be putting on the headset and seeing what it's like. So if it actually transports me into the stadium, and I can feel that Russian atmosphere, a little bit of racism, left and right of me, those sorts of things.
Nice. Okay, moving
The
swiftly on.
BBC also, just on that point, are doing the games they show in 4K, but it's first come, first serve.
I
Yeah.
don't understand how 4K can be first come, first served.
So it's, you have to go
Turn it on
through
and
the
don't.
BBC app,
Yeah.
and then go to the 4K stream, but they'll
Yeah.
only show like the ad for however many people you click on
Okay.
it and you go through. But I'm definitely going to try and catch as many games as I can, just
Interesting.
refreshing, trying to get it on my supersized 4K TV.
You're very
Have you
busy
got a
then, Kate.
supersized 4K TV?
Yeah, I've got 55-inch 4K TV.
Probably made by Hisense.
Official
No, it's an actual brand, but I
Is
don't know which one.
But it is an official sponsor, isn't it? Hisense, official.
Toshiba, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
they?
official TV of the World Cup.
If you go to
There
their
we go.
website,
Yeah.
there's a
We
great
should
quiz on
probably get
there.
one of them. So Egypt, Uruguay, obviously Mo Salah is apparently back from his dislocated shoulder.
Soldier.
Shoulder. Shoulder.
Yes,
and
Miss Money
you've got,
Penny.
Luis Suarez. Is it Luis Suarez? No.
Yeah,
Yes.
Luis
Yes.
Suarez.
I thought it was Louis Walsh.
You made it into my final tree.
Hello, pass to me, or to be sure. So yes, Luis Suarez.
Cavani, Godin.
Godin.
I can't think
Jimenez,
of.
is it Jimenez?
Yeah, Jimenez as well.
Um,
I can't think of many other Uruguayans off the top of my head.
The Uruguayans are quite a dark horse. There are a lot of people
Yeah,
that think
yeah.
they've got a
People put a lot of money on
mean
them at the
up
moment.
front and a very tasty defence.
That's it.
Yeah.
They mix that flair and skill with a bit of ruggedness,
bit of
bit of
chomp.
strength, a bit of chump.
It's
Yeah,
going to be.
Suarez like-
That's
They're
a,
passionate as well. Very,
Yeah.
very passionate team. We've seen that in previous tournaments. They will do anything to win. Luis Suarez stopping the ball on the
Yeah.
line.
Yeah, taking chunks out of people.
Taking
We've seen
shots
it.
out of Italians.
And
yeah.
they won the first World Cup.
Yeah, they did indeed.
I think.
apparently,
Yeah,
I've heard that
1930. Yeah, very
Nice.
the Egyptian teams are
Won
wearing
it 4 times.
American
We'll check that
shoulder.
stat.
You know, like American football shoulder guards.
Are they?
Yeah.
American football.
Yeah, just the giant.
Is that true?
Yeah, just well, they're not full on pads, but they're just to protect should there be any
Oh, I see. Yeah.
vampire acts of
Suarez-ness.
jewels. You know?
Yeah, it'll be an interesting game.
Yeah.
to say the least.
I'm
Luis
looking forward to
Suarez,
it.
yeah.
Are we going to
Uh,
do some
1
predictions
o'clock.
for this game?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yes,
do it.
let's do it quick.
Let's do it. First
Okay.
up, I'm going to say 2-1 Uruguay.
That's a good
Okay,
shout.
we're gonna note
That's a
these
good
down.
shout.
Yeah.
We should actually get a pen and paper and write these down. So
We'll catch up with it.
We can always watch
the
our own podcast back.
Like and subscribe.
Rob, what would you?
I'm going to go 2-0 Uruguay.
2-0 Uruguay.
Yeah.
So basically, there's a Uruguay.
I think it'll be a
massive
cagey start, but I think Uruguay will just second half start to bulldoze.
What do you think?
I'm going to go
Carl?
for early nerves, 1-0.
Ooh.
1-0's a good. Yeah.
I can see it.
Can the Egyptian defence
On the fence, Kyle.
Luis Suarez and Cavani though.
Yeah,
They got
why not?
Higazi who plays for West Brom.
Yeah.
Gone down this season. Sorry, Tomo.
What's his name?
Higazi.
Okay.
Nestor of the Pyramids, as the West Brom fans call him.
So, good then.
Wow.
I'm gonna go.
Go on, Lee. What is it?
I'm gonna go 4-1.
Ooh.
No, that's.
Oh.
I'm gonna go 4-1 Uruguay.
4-1. So
I-
no
I-
one's fancying Egypt here.
I think that the Russian team putting down their 5-0. I think the Uruguayans will come out and go, "Yep, you can do 4. We can do 4. We can do 4." Well, I think they're just gonna smash the Uruguayans, the Egyptians. Sorry. I think Mo Salah's gonna be great, but you can't.
Is he playing today?
You can't.
Yeah,
So you reckon he's
He's
starting?
the-
Yeah,
I
BBC
don't
sent
think you're
out a
gonna
little
team around
notification
one.
saying
Yeah.
that he's been ruled fit to play, but at national level, I think that's you're 75% there at best.
See, I once dislocated my shoulder and I couldn't drink a cup of tea for 3 months, let alone play football. How has he made it back so fast?
Oh, he's fit,
Yeah, but you go back 40 years ago, people were dislocating their shoulders and just carrying on with the game.
He should have carried on.
Oh, I thought you meant how old I was.
To be fair, I mean, if you had, not to go back to that Champions League final, the goalkeeper carried on with concussion.
Well.
Oh, was that not?
No, don't know. It could be possibly. We don't want to say no.
No.
I mean, it affected his
He
performance.
definitely did take a bit of a bang in that game.
I never saw the actual. I saw that was the tackle with Mo Salah.
Yeah.
Old demon Ramos.
Yeah.
But
Either way, the outcome wouldn't have changed, would it? Really?
No.
So that's
you never know. Salah, Diego Costa a few years ago before the Euros World Cup, wasn't sure which one. He was getting injected with horse placenta to speed up the recovery process. So
Horse placentae.
Really? Placenta.
Oh wow!
Wasn't there
Are you
like
allowed to be injected with that?
Apparently so, but that's what people were saying. It was a rumour on the street. Everyone was reporting on it. It's probably just a cover up for steroids, but it's an interesting one. So maybe they're pumping Salah full of horses.
Wow, I thought that was just a search on Pornhub.
I'd like to see. I would like to see the Egyptians do it. Don't get me wrong. I do not like Uruguay.
Why do you not like people though, Lee? Why
don't
so
like it
strong?
because
Is it the kit?
Well, because of what they did to us last time.
Well, they beat us.
Beat us, so I don't
Well,
like
that
that.
means we hate most countries.
So no, I just don't. I don't like Luis Suarez.
He's a talent though, isn't he?
You can't dispute he's not a talent, but
Likeable.
it's just a bit. I don't agree with that type of filthy play.
So
I'm more excited for Cavani. I think Cavani is a very good striker. So.
Oh no, I'm all for them doing well, and I'm all for them. But I would just like to see Egypt. It's just I don't know. I'd just like to see Egypt beaten, but. So that's the 1 o'clock game.
Yep.
Moving on to Group B.
So no one's back in Egypt in that.
No.
I don't
Okay.
think now. So we've got Morocco versus Iran at 4 o'clock, and
Exciting
obviously
game.
we've got the main highlight of the day: Portugal versus Spain. Ronaldo versus Ramos and his team.
Yes.
Merry men.
Merry men.
Managerless men.
Managerless men. Yes.
Managers men. So I can't pronounce this manager's name,
Oh, here we
so I've just got a bit of assistance to help me out here. So if you give me a second.
Well, whilst you're getting that, I'll just apparently the Moroccan goalkeeper is a sheep.
He's a sheep.
No,
He's a sheep, man.
a shepherd. He's a shepherd. Apparently, he's a shepherd. So that's his normal day job. He's a shepherd.
Yeah. Okay.
So whilst in the World Cup, he's now the Moroccan goalkeeper. Apparently, the Moroccan team is actually quite tasty.
Really?
From what I've heard,
Well, are they all sheep? Is it lamb?
that's their Sunday roast. But no, apparently the Moroccan team's quite tasty. I think this could be quite an interesting game, and I reckon that I wouldn't be surprised if Morocco challenge Portugal or Spain.
Okay.
Oh, there's a nice little prediction.
I think
Yeah, so-
watch, and Iran's got Morocco and Iran. They're very feisty teams. Watch them go. It'll be fireworks.
I'm intrigued.
I think that one's going to be.
I must admit, against England, I'd be worried.
Especially with Morocco.
By everyone, but yes.
We are with England. We're about everyone. So I don't know. Sorry, I don't know any of the teams, but obviously we'll watch the match and we'll break it down a bit more. So that's 4 o'clock. I'll be listening
Are
to
we
that
going to
one.
give score predictions?
Should we do some predictions on these ones?
Yeah, go on then. Morocco, Iran.
5-0 Iran.
5-0 Iran. I'm going to definitely back Morocco.
I got them in the sweepstake.
I was like looking at you like, what's he
I'm
on
going to
about?
go 2-1. 2-1 to Morocco.
Okay, I was going to go for a 1-0 Morocco. Classic.
2-0 Morocco.
2-0 Morocco.
Okay.
I hope I've not swayed anyone by it.
You have now, so
What, with your knowledge? Yeah. You have a massive influence over me.
Yes, I mean, when does Podolski play? When are Germany? When are the real talent turning up? Anyway.
Yeah. Saturday 16th.
Saturday 16th.
8 years ago is when Podolski played.
Oh, really? Right, brilliant. I look forward to it. So,
Game
and then
3.
obviously, so that's Morocco Iran, and then Portugal versus Spain at
Ooh, that's a toughie.
7 o'clock.
good time.
Managerless Spain versus the Portuguese team.
The manager of Spain, who's no longer there.
No, the managerless
What's
Spain.
his name, Cabe?
I've been preparing this. So,
Okay.
He's got translate.com.
I messed it up.
Oh,
I messed it up,
technology.
guys. Oh no.
Style it out, Cabe.
So
Lupatelli.
Say again?
So,
Put it
come
Put it on
on.
the mic so we can actually hear it.
I put it on the mic. You guys weren't.
Put it on the mic, Cabe.
Ready? My name is. Wait, I can't even hit the button.
Bella Ponterio.
Lupatelli.
Lopatelli.
Okay.
Julio Julio Malapatelli.
Either way, he's gone. He's out.
He's out. Throw him
He's
away.
gone.
He's gone. He's on to
ruined
Real
it.
Madrid. Apparently crying.
Yeah.
Real Madrid,
Wouldn't you?
Press conference.
Just
Well, he's got
potential
gone for-
World Cup winners, and he's been sacked, so he never get that chance again.
Yeah, but what I don't understand, if you take the Real job, does it need to be announced now?
No.
Why do it now?
It
Why not wait?
benefited Real to announce it
How?
now.
How can it
Because
benefit
it shows they've got their,
They're powerful.
shit in order.
Yeah.
Basically, they had
How
Zidane
can it
who
benefit
left
Real?
after
Yeah,
a Champions
but-
League final. It was shocking to a lot of people.
But
You need to get a new
damages
manager.
their
in.
national team.
Yeah, but Real Madrid is
Don't care.
Yeah, they don't
So
care.
then how does that?
They're
I just think
gods
that's.
in themselves.
The manager was also telling the players before the World Cup that no contract talk is to be rumoured or
Yeah.
talked about.
That was
And then he goes and does it himself. So
Yeah. So
Did you see the press conference yesterday with Ramos and the team? And they were basically firing them questions, the media team, asking, Ramos, how are you going to cope? Oh yeah, we were okay. The team's apparently, as it pretty much not going to change. They've got a wealth of players on the bench and on the, they don't need to mess with the formula too much now that the manager's gone. But in the end, Ramos literally got up and ended the session because it was like, he goes, this is like a funeral in here. I'm off. and he got up and left.
Not the atmosphere you want, is
And
it,
he's
starting
like,
World Cup?
come on, this is a World Cup. So
yeah.
I
gone.
think, in terms of a prediction, I think Spain, given that what's happened, they have to come out, they have to beat Portugal. If Spain don't beat Portugal, all that media attention, it's all going to go back to that manager. It's all going to fall on. He's left. The team's going to now fall. It won't fall apart, but I think the pressure will intensify.
They need to thrash them and just shut up the press. Let's move on. Let's kill it dead there and carry on.
Do you know what? It reminds me of France in 2014 in South Africa where they fell out with the manager. I know they haven't fallen out with the manager, but the press attention was so intense that side never got it back. They finished bottom of the qualifying group, the group stage. And I think Spain, if they don't react like Cabe said today, if they don't come out guns blazing,
Portugal know
I think
that as well,
that's going to intensify. So
it'll intensify their team spirit if they get beat. The internal fractures within the team may start. It may the blame game. May start
in-company
around the
fighting,
team, and then it's going to be like, right, who's the head of the I think Ramos is he captain? Sure,
Yeah, Ramos is captain.
I mean, it's getting me down just talking about it.
you're so easily affected, Kyle.
It's not like it's Friday. It's World Cup.
quiet. It's like the World Cup's here.
It is going to be my. That's the game that I'm going to break open my first beer of the World Cup.
Nice.
Yes.
Get the Solwyn, Spanish beer.
Campbell.
No, Spanish beer.
Oh, okay.
Nice. It was a goal.
Yes, it was Argentina.
Really quickly then, before we
prediction.
end. Predictions.
I'm going to start with this one.
Okay.
1-1. Spain, Portugal, 1-1. I put two fingers up.
Okay, yeah.
Go then, Carl.
I'm going to go for 3-1 Portugal.
Ooh.
I think they play really well as a team.
Well, they're ex Euro 2016 champions.
Yeah, and I think they'll hit
Don't know why
Spain
it's
while
an
they're
X.
down.
No, I do. I'd agree on that one, Carl.
Cheers.
There's too many Ks.
Too many Ks.
I'm going to go 2-1 to Portugal.
And I'm going to go 3-2 Spain.
Ooh.
3-2. That could be a good match. 3-2 Spain.
Yeah,
I want to see that match.
Yeah, that's the
Nil-nil
match I
now,
want to
isn't it?
see.
I wanna
That's
see.
why I'm going for it.
Why you think they've got to come out? I think that Russia-Saudi game is going to be such a... Look, here you go. This is the first... We now need games of quality all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be the highest scoring tournament. I've got that feeling.
Let's hope so.
Well, we've got to
Okay.
wrap it up because we've got to get on with the day. So,
Yes.
please subscribe, hit the little bell button, and don't forget to follow us on. You can contact us on our social media channels if you wish. You can catch me on Twitter at 4KicksRadio. Kate, what's your Twitter handle?
Twitter.
Cabe something. If you search Cabe.
Oh,
it's
Cabe
me.
something.
So basically, catch Cabe at Cabe something. Catch Carl at Carl.
I don't even know.
Casey
Just
Jenner.
carry on.
I know Kyle.
Yeah, I know
Casey
Carl.
Jenner.
I couldn't find you. Is Carl even on Twitter?
Oh.
Robert Jarvis.
Robert Jarvis. So there you go. Please get in touch. We'll be back. We're going to film another one of these on Monday. So pre-early.
Talking
So
about the
I think it
results,
is going to
yeah.
be. We'll talk about the weekend results
Yep.
and obviously get hyped and get ready for England's arrival of the youngest team I think ever to
Ooh.
enter a World Cup, especially from England's point of view.
Yeah.
And let's see what
Exciting.
Southgate's boys can do.
Yes.
Bye.
See you later. Just close.
Closer?
Close.